Even better than I was the last time, baby. Ooh, ooh, ooh,
Are we back?
I'm good. Ooh, yeah. I'm good. Better than I was the last time, baby.
And welcome to TEFL Live, Week 6 edition. I have my two co-hosts here. We're back after Easter weekend off. I have Joshin Lucky, my co-host, aka Master Editor. Say what's up.
I'll let your boy. How's it going?
Master Editor. Then we have my other co-host, Ruben De Leon. Just got fresh out of a flag football game. Not smelling so fresh though.
Silent but deadly.
Wow. So, how was y'all's Easter weekend?
Yeah, Ruben, how's your Easter weekend?
My Easter weekend was good. Spent it with my family. Kicked back.
I felt like there was like an underlying question in there.
Yeah. I don't
No,
know.
I'm just kidding. I was asleep, so
You were asleep
yeah,
during
man.
Easter?
I work Saturday.
Shout out to GOD for rising again. Appreciate it.
We love you, God.
Alright, stay tuned next as we get into our second segment. We're going to talk about last week's game, which is actually 2 weeks ago. Recap those real quick and stay tuned for the rest of the show.
Shout out Dante.
On my own 2 feet, I'm back in control. In the driver's seat, where what I say goes. And I can't slow down, I won't hold back.
And welcome back to segment 2, where we're about to talk about last week's games, week 5 on the dot. So I know it's been kind of 2 weeks, but let's get into the games. I know you guys are a lot happier this week, that's for sure.
They knew it was coming.
Who knew it was coming?
Everybody knew.
Nobody knew it was coming.
Everybody knew it was coming.
Y'all knew it was coming.
Oh.
Well, we'll get into that in a second. All right, for the first game, we had a very, very surprising, maybe not so surprising. I mean, Ruben, you did pick the Ducks to win.
Congratulations.
You're the only person.
Yes.
Congrats. The Ducks came back. We're down, I believe, 20-0 at halftime.
It was like 20-0.
20-0 at halftime. Come back and defeat the Avengers, 30-28. Ruben, did you see that game?
I didn't.
You didn't. Okay.
I did.
Joshin,
Yeah, I recorded it.
what happened?
I mean, I'm gonna tell you like I was telling Greg out there. They just got too lax. Like the Avengers came out defense and it was like 3 interceptions. Like one was a pick to the house, another one was like on a 3-yard line.
Actually, I don't know why I said. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said I didn't watch the game. I did show up and watch the game.
Wow.
A little later, you came.
No, I did
you
come
came
a
for the
little
comeback. Yeah, you came.
We
Yeah.
For the comeback.
truly have Dante to my left and Marcel to my right. I mean, really, it's just like a
I
throwback.
thought I was Marcel.
Whoops.
No, Marcel never went to the games and watched them.
One time.
Well, that's awkward.
No, but seriously, so I mean, you got to think you're up 20-0 at halftime. I heard the Avengers switch quarterbacks at halftime.
Yeah, they word on the street, they took the starting quarterback out to put somebody who hadn't played before in.
At quarterback.
They're probably preparing for playoffs prematurely.
Shots fired.
Premature playoffs.
Bang bang.
Well, I mean, just from my time, I didn't get there till like the very end of the game. We had a big game on Doc. We met for breakfast and whatnot. Anyway.
Awesome.
When the Kings do that.
Right.
Shout out to the Ducks, man. Like, I mean, we've been saying it even when you guys played us. We said, you know, showing up, sticking together. Being a first-year program is never easy, but you do have to build that foundation, the core. You weed out the people that are not really down for the cause or for your program, and then you build a foundation off of that. So looks like you guys. I mean, you have 2 wins already this season now. Actually, 2, yeah.
Yeah, 2
One more win.
One more win, you guys are in the playoffs. So
Ooh.
go ahead and knock out the Outlaws this week, and
Cut
then.
that, man.
Oh, sorry.
Cut it out.
So shout out to the Ducks, to the Kennedy brothers, and everybody else running that team. Congrats on your win. We're gonna move on to the second game of that last week. Need I say, shocker?
Nope.
No.
No. They heard me last week.
I mean, I think we kind of all talked about there was a possibility,
I know.
but I don't think any of us really thought it would happen, so to speak.
No, you're right. No, likewise. I feel like we all kind of wanted to say the Bucks.
I want-
just because of Are you Ruben?
Sorry, go ahead.
just off of like organization, structure, discipline,
Right.
the team that plays together, not one outshines the other. Like I'm not superstar. I don't show up to the game late. I don't have my uniform on.
Whoa.
Excuse me. But
FCC.
FCC. But I don't know. I feel like we all thought athletic wise and talent wise, the Bucks had this game tenfold.
They would wear down the Phoenix eventually.
Exactly. More.
And I think at one point they did take the lead, and it was kind of like, okay, well they're gonna kind of finish this off. And
It wasn't that. It was a great finish.
shout out to the Phoenix, man. We're definitely gonna get to y'all the power up rankings. I know you guys moved up in mine a lot. So
what about the Bucks? They moved down, right?
I mean, they have to. They have to.
Y'all already know y'all. I said like
Two out of
y'all know
three,
y'all
so-
are. So
Well, let's not get too carried away, Mister. I won one game. And,
The
No, I'm
Bucks
actually
still
happy.
played a good game.
but did they play a good game? What are the Bucks? What are the Bucks? I mean,
you think they're wishy-washy?
they
They don't have no identity.
You could say that. I mean, they remind me of the Longhorns almost. Like you don't know what you're getting week to week, in effort and who's actually showing up to
Shots
the
fired
game.
at Dante's.
No, I mean, I was actually talking to Dante about this off camera, but like it's hard to determine how good a team is when not everybody's showing up each week. So
Very true.
shout out to the Phoenix that did what they had to do. They won and almost secured a playoff spot. So we'll get into that later. We'll move on to the next game. The Outlaws and the Horns. And congratulations, gentlemen, getting your first win.
Thank you. It feels
season.
nice.
They knew it was coming. I was glad Dante played.
Nobody knew it was coming.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry that y'all.
Nobody knew it was coming.
You
I mean,
should-
I didn't think it was coming. I mean, I picked.
You picked wrong.
This is the
That's
first
too
time
wrong
I
with
picked.
you, though. That's
No,
weird.
you picked.
Yeah, you sure did.
You picked the Avengers to win, didn't you?
Yeah,
Because I'm
and
the only one that
you picked the Avengers and the Bucks. Like you only got one game correct
but
this
we-
week, and that was your team.
We all picked the Bucks though. That's
But the fact is, he was 1 for 3. He was 1 for 4.
How about I'm 2 for 2, bro?
Who else did you pick to win?
I had. Oh no, I did.
Oh,
pick the
okay.
Avengers.
Oh, all right.
You're right. I was 1 for 3. That's terrible.
1 and 3.
I'm the Outlaws record right now. 1 and 3. Oh, sorry.
That's shocking.
Got quiet.
Okay, we won.
So Outlaws beat the Horns. Now I'm gonna defend my Horns team, friends, buddies.
Go ahead.
They didn't have their entire team there.
Oh, Troy's the
Troy was suspended. What's his name?
A center.
Petey.
Mm,
No, Petey's a very underrated wide receiver. As well as their center. Who else were they missing? I mean, their center and the cornerback were missing. So I mean, again,
we don't throw the ball.
you guys
so
won.
what does the quarterback matter?
Were there any linebackers or linemen missing? Because
Yes, those are
One
linebackers.
linebacker.
We did a lot of running.
Those are linebackers.
And a lot of
Hey,
random
look,
running.
you guys won. Kudos.
Appreciate it.
Let me ask you, what was the difference this week between all the other weeks?
We lost a couple of players that were holding us back for sure, it sucks to say, but they were bodies, but we had to drop them off because they voluntarily left the team. They were cancer to the team. They were like real negative for the league too, so hopefully they get a little suspension from that. We had a different practice outlook. We had a couple of people out there playing around with this, like joking around, like every offensive player was there this week.
Okay.
Shout out to Jamal Lucky, my brother. He was there, and even though, just like they say with Trayvon, even when he doesn't produce all the time, he is for sure somebody to look out for.
Hey, shout out to Trayvon, man. Going to the Army, left today actually. Good luck to you, young man. Well, congrats, you guys, Outlaws. Y'all put yourself back in the race for the playoffs. So let's see if y'all can finish the week out strong. And last game on the docket here was the Tigers and the Titans. The score was 34-0, and I'll just let y'all talk about that. Ruben?
Go ahead,
Say
Ruben.
Ruben.
Sorry.
Why do you always?
Every time he says Ruben,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
You don't look like
Well, I'm actually a bit surprised. I didn't think the lead was going to be as tremendous. I figured, you know, an outlaw Tigers game, something a little close.
Like 6 points.
You know, maybe like win from behind and like run with the win.
Like barely.
But I don't know. I was a bit surprised. I was there for that game, and I just figured the Titans would have put up, you know, a little more of a fight, maybe a few points. But I mean, congratulations to the Tigers on another flawless victory.
What do you think?
Flawless.
Definitely wasn't flawless, by the way.
That whooping was pretty serious. Shout out to Bailey, saw the interception return. Did Brendan had one?
Brendan had 3, Bailey had 2.
Okay, you know Brendan always shows.
Brandon's leading the league in interceptions.
That was a good pickup.
Yes.
I don't know why they keep throwing to him. I wouldn't, but that's cool. Like I don't know, maybe we just played y'all smarter than any other team has.
Doubt
Not
it,
always
but,
bringing the outlaws
anyway.
in here.
Yeah, I
but
see that.
the Titans for being I'm not gonna talk about the power rankings, but for being number 2. That performance wasn't where it needed to be, but I mean the quarterback situation was weird to me.
Do you think the way they played the Tigers, we could have beaten the Titans?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like seriously, if teams play
This
us
is
like
the Outlaw Show. It's not the Outlaw Show. I refuse to let this be the Outlaw Show. They get one win. Stop talking. All right, so we wrapping up the games. It's kind of a little not as fresh in our minds as it was 2 weeks ago. But we're getting back to the present, the now. We're going to get back into our next segment where we actually have a special guest. We have a few special guests scheduled this show, so stay tuned. And next segment, we'll get into this week's games. See y'all in a second.
Like, I hope it's people are clowning, cause if not, we gotta fight like.